you've talked about leadership with guys for how long now?
At least 35, 36 years. And maybe the last couple of years I was actually playing. I use that term loosely because the last few years I didn't play a lot. I was a watcher.
When did you start your email list and text ministry? Because you share as much about leadership as you do about the Lord.
I try and keep both of them in play. And sometimes the encouragement emails lead people to questions that opens the door for them to maybe look into Jesus and his life and the commitment that comes with that and a faith-based relationship and the value of the Bible, even the Old Testament and the New Testament, the stories that are told, there's real people, there's real happenings. The encouragement email, everybody needs some encouragement. There's no doubt. And I was fortunate, some really hard times in my life, low times in my life. There was somebody there that showed up, whether it was a pat on the back or a smack on the back of the head, or, I always tell people, pat on the back, smack on the butt. Both are appropriate. Timing's everything. I started as a text ministry back in '08, and it was basically 12 people plus myself that would get together twice a month. We'd pick a topic. I started off teaching it. We'd share some thoughts, and then I'd type up the highlights, the bullet points, or text them to them at the end so they had some reference. I was a July 4th vacation, which I've never had, hadn't had like in 37 years, a July 4th vacation. And I got a phone call from one of our members, one of the 12. And she called me up and said, "Hey, how are you doing?" I was like, "Well, doing pretty good. It's July 4th and I'm vacationing in the Outer Banks." And I didn't realize that I could have been rubbing this in her face. She's like, "Well, I just want to let you know I'm calling you because I'm not doing as well. I used to love our meetings. I needed our meetings. I needed to share. I needed to think. I needed to hear and listen. I love the text." At the bottom of the text, Clint, you would always leave us with "Make a difference today. Love, Clint." She goes, "I just want to let you know that you're not making a difference in my life anymore. And I'm not so sure you love it." Mic drop. I was stunned. I can remember walking back in the place. My wife told me, she goes, "Well, what was that all about?" And I told her, and she goes, "Well, what are you going to do about it?"
Oh,
For me, walking has always been therapeutic. So I took a little walk and I said, "You know what? I just need to do this. I need to get back and find a way with those 12 to start with, put a little something together and send it out to them." So it started with 12. Over the years, it grew to way too many text messages that Carla would again look at me and go, "Really? There's little programs you can set up where you can put like 100 names on there and send one text rather than 100 singular texts." I'm like, "Really?" Then I learned how to email. Now the number's over 7,000 that go out 6 days a week and an email of encouragement or the devotional. And it's clinthurdle.com. You can choose whether you want some encouragement daily or whether you like a devotional daily or you want both. Take Sundays off. I learned from Truett Cafe. It's a Sabbath. There are people that I read, things that I might write, people that I learn from, female, male, younger, older. I try and keep it fresh. And it keeps me fresh learning because I don't want to be just learning from people like me because that's really not learning. I
right.
need to reach outside myself and stretch and grow.